Signs that marriage is drifting away from the covenant. There are so many signs that cannot be ignored. And one of it is what we'll be discussing today, which is loss of mutual honor and respect. Have you ever noticed that there are some couples that could be married in real sense? Yes, they are married. They are still living together in the same house, under the same roof. They still attend the same church altogether, but something sacred has quietly left them. And what? It isn't love that got lost in between them. It is not even commitment, but it is honor. And when honor leaves a marriage, what do you think will happen there? A covenant begins to suffocate, and there is no way that marriage can survive without honor. 1 Corinthians chapter 13. In that passage, Paul the apostle says that love is not rude, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered. So that really means that love is respect, really shows that love preserves dignity, and then it protects value. A covenant marriage is built on honor. So this is what honor looks like in marriage. Honor means I value you, so that means we have to value your spouse. It shows that you don't speak down on him or on her. It shows that you don't expose their weaknesses publicly. It shows that you do not weaponize weaknesses against anyone, against each other. It shows that you will try as much as possible to treat them just like someone that God has entrusted unto you. Show like this, that okay, I respect you, you matters to me, you are safe with me, your voice counts. All these are the elements of respect and honor in marriage. So when all of these disappear, covenant will begin to crack. There are some practical signs that honor is fading, and there are so many red flags. I'll bring some to you so that you can be able to analyze your marriage if truly honor is being retained in your home. 1. Public disrespect. How can you be correcting your spouse openly, harshly, disrespectfully when people are standing, watching you? How can you be making jokes at their expense, like bringing them down, rolling your eyes when you are speaking? It might look small, but it is actually dangerous. And let me tell you this, that if you do not respect your spouse in public places, please don't be angry when others around you begin to disrespect him or her as well. So you cannot publicly disrespect your spouse and expect the covenant to remain intact. 2. Private contempt. Like your tone becomes sharp, responses become so dismissive, you sigh when you talk, and then you interrupt constantly. It is no longer partnership, it has become irritation. Sometimes when you are looking at your spouse and then right from inside, from nowhere, you just begin to look at them with so much contempt, like you dislike, you don't even know how to place it. And it is not necessarily because he or she have done something irritating, but somehow you just felt that contempt growing from your inside and then coming into display at the outside. It is a sign that something is drifting apart in your marriage, which you should look out for. 3. Weaponizing weaknesses. How can you continue to bring up past failures all the time? Each time you have argument or disagreement, you quickly travel to the past. You exhume their past weaknesses, their past errors, their past failures, and then you shove it to his or her face just to let them know that they are not good enough. You already weaponize the weaknesses. What are you trying to do? You are using insecurities against them all the time. This is no longer covenant. It has become a combat in your home. No more politeness. Please has disappeared in your home. You don't speak respectfully to each other anymore. You don't even say thank you anymore. It becomes such a rare element in your home. Courtesy fades. Some couples are kinder to strangers than their spouses. This is a drift now. It is, of course. When you can no longer speak to your spouse respectfully, all you can do is just to disrespect them through words that are not building. You begin to chop them. Many times it will be as if you put like a vegetable on the chopping board and using a very sharp knife, you cut them, you chop them into pieces all the time through the disrespect. No politeness all the time. Please, you should watch out for this. It is a major drift in marriage. Why is this so dangerous? Do you know why? Because when honor leaves any kind of relationship, especially marriage that we are considering, affection will definitely dries up. And then communication will become defensive. Yes, if you keep on demoralizing somebody all the time, chopping them on the chopping board all the time, before you know it, that person will put up a defensive nature. Like they will always be in the survival mode, just to defend him or herself, just to retain some honor from within. then intimacy will begin to suffer. Resentment will grow. Yes, resentment will grow. You cannot keep on disrespecting somebody all the time and still expect that person to not be resentful towards you. And then because nobody thrives where they feel dishonored, that is just a fact. Nobody can thrive. Your home will be dry of so many goodies that could have been an advantage for you being a covenanted marriage. Nobody, I mean, not even the lowest kind of person can thrive on disrespect. Respect and honor is part of things, it's part of the ingredient that God created us with. So if you want to derobe somebody out of his or her honor, don't expect such person to function under that circumstances, because yes, it is very, very dangerous, because the intimacy will suffer. You cannot disrespect me in the living room and then expect me to be at my best in the bedroom. No, it doesn't work like that, because most of these things start from the mind here. So you cannot demoralize the mind and expect a perfect intimacy in the bedroom. Intimacy will suffer. In fact, there are some people couples that will be playing seek and hide. Then you begin to stay away from your spouse because you don't really want to be dishonored. You don't want to be disrespected. So when the husband is seated in the living room, you find another place to go and sit because you are trying to protect your honor. Then the communication will break. It will become scanty if there would be anyone left. There are some couples that disrespect each other right in the presence of their children. How would you want your wife to be respected, but you constantly disrespect her in the presence of her children? There are some women also that speak ill about their husband all the time, always. They would never give honor to their husband right in the presence of the children. What are you teaching them? This is the reason why your home is losing its cover. It's losing its covenanted cover. And that is the reason why so many bad things are happening in your home, because you already derobed your husband or your wife of the respect and honor that God has placed upon them. Having said all of this, there are still ways that you can still restore honor and respect back to your home. A restoration path, of course, it can happen. If you recognize these in your marriage, please don't panic, but don't ignore it. There are so many things you can still do to restore honor back into your home. I would mention it. Please start speaking respectfully again. Even if emotions are high, please try to tame your tongue. You don't need to spill out every poison out of your mouth. Learn to please respect each other when you are communicating, even when you are so much angry. In fact, I would recommend you learn to hold your tongue whenever your emotions are high, because most of the time when emotions are high, you don't speak senses. So please keep your voice down, or you just stay mute until you are able to reason appropriately again. 2, please stop correcting your spouse publicly. No, it doesn't work. It demoralizes instead. Why don't you just put that down? Then when you get back to your home and you are alone, then you can put forward the correction, not publicly. It doesn't work. It's demoralizing. Please stop doing that. If you are fond of correcting your spouse in the public places, please don't do that anymore. 3rd, please apologize for dishonor quickly. If you notice that it slipped out of your mouth before you could reason it out, it is okay for you to please apologize as soon as possible. In fact, immediately. Just apologize if you have been dishonoring your spouse. And if constantly you do that, you will need to change. The other thing you can do is to reintroduce appreciation into your home, into your conversations daily, every time, every now and then. If you form the habit of appreciating the values in your spouse, then it will breed respect and then honor, not disrespect and not dishonor. So please appreciate every little thing that deserves to be appreciated. No matter how little it is, please go ahead and appreciate. It will bring honor back into your home. I just want you to remember that you are not opponents. Okay, you are not opponent parties, you are covenant partners. Yes, honor is a choice and respect should be intentional, because covenant is protected only on purpose, and you will have to be purposeful in your marriage. Check out your home, check out your marriage right now, and if honor has slipped away, please, someone will have to restore it back. It can be rebuilt, it can be worked upon, healing can start, but somebody will have to pick up that assignment first. And who is the person? It could be the wife, it could be the husband, whomever the Lord is speaking back to. Get a robe of honor and respect, put it on your spouse, and you will get double of whatever you have sown into your spouse. Thank you so much for listening to me today. And my name is still Helen Adekemi Uni, the convener of Marriage on the Rock and Singles with Purpose. I call you the blessed of the living God. Bye-bye.